Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day this video finds you. It's your boy Jay here, and today I just want to strike up a conversation. This isn't a this versus that, this is better than that. I just want to see your guys' opinion on something and kind of reflect on what has already happened in the Monster Hunter franchise and perhaps the future. And we're talking about something that is still pretty new to Monster Hunter as a whole, and that is title updates. Yes, we're going to be talking about title updates today. Since now we have a whole generation where we have title updates, right, being a thing. Title updates are new. We used to just get a whole brand new game with the G rank, but now master rank content attached to it, so you had to buy 2 games. But that's no longer the case. We get a big master rank expansion after a while of the game being out, of the base game being out, and then we get master rank content and then title updates from there usually. So yeah, with that being said, I just want to reflect on the past title updates and maybe look to the future, maybe speculate on the future, and ask you guys what do you want to see in the next game as far as title updates are concerned. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive in. Alright, so let's talk about the 2 base games we got and what kind of title updates they got. So we got base Monster Hunter World. The title update had 3 monsters. 2 of those monsters were collabs that brought in like guest monsters, right? Those monsters being Behemoth and Leshen, right? Brought 2 returning monsters in Devil Joe and Lunastra, and then it brought 1 brand new monster in Kulve Taroth, right? Which is, you know, a pretty good update schedule, you know, all things considered, because this was their first crack at the whole title update sort of thing. So yeah, all in all, not bad, right? And it's lighter on content compared to like a master rank game, because like, you know, they had to make the whole game, right? And then do title updates on it. But the master rank games is when the title updates really crank up and go crazy, you know? So yeah, not bad for a first crack at, you know, adding content to a game this way. It was really exciting to have Joe come back. I remember, you know, everybody being hyped that Joe was coming back. So yeah, pretty good. So let's talk about Rise title updates, base Rise. So base Rise title updates are a little different because I feel like they used the title updates to finish the game, right? Because the game was, you know, kind of releasing during, you know, the pandemic and stuff, and maybe they had trouble working on the game, or maybe it was just, you know, they had a lot of difficulty and they decided to release the game kind of unfinished, right? And then they used the title updates to finish it. So that's why it may seem like Rise has, you know, better post-release support, even though the post-release support was just completing the game, right? I feel like had the game not being made during, you know, the quarantine and the pandemic and stuff, we probably would have got everything that's in the Rise title updates as a base release, and then we probably would have got more added to it. But that being said, let's reflect on it. Let's look at it. So Rise title updates had 5 monsters, right, introduced, and yes, I'm excluding the 3 apexes. Is it 3 apexes? Yeah, the 3 apexes that showed up, because they don't have armor, they don't have weapons, so I'm just gonna exclude them for now. But we got 5 monsters. We got Teostra, Kushala Deora, Chameleos, and Valstrax, all as returning monsters, and then we got 1 brand new quote-unquote monster. It's kind of a variant, but 1 brand new monster, that being All-Mother Narwa, right? So yeah, Rise title updates, on paper they look like, dang, Rise got a lot of support, but when you actually play it and, you know, you remember and you actually like think about it, you're like, hey, they just kind of finished the incomplete game that they had, rather than release a complete game with a final boss and everything and then update on top of that. So yeah, and once again, I did say this when I talked about World, it's kind of expected that, you know, base game title updates are going to be smaller, right, in stature, because they still have to create the whole game from scratch, right? So I feel like that's a harder process, right? Like creating a whole brand new game from scratch, rather than when, you know, you get your master rank expansion, where like the game already exists and they kind of already know how to work with it and use it, and then they get to update on top of that, and then they have even more time to have more title update content come out later. So yeah, that's the base game title updates. So I don't really expect too much from Monster Hunter 6 when it comes to title updates, because it's not going to be a master rank title. That's just how it's going to be. So I'd be cool with Monster Hunter 6 having a smaller title update schedule. But what kind of monsters do you want to see come back when it comes to Monster Hunter 6 and title updates? I'm thinking I want to see monsters that are from 4th gen or older, or have brand new monsters, right? Like a Kulf Taroth or like a Allmother, right? Show up in title updates so that we have no idea what's coming, right? Don't get me wrong, having subspecies come back, or having subspecies and dropping new rare species is cool, but I would really like the excitement and the buzz that comes from, oh, this is a brand new monster, nobody knows any idea what this monster is going to be like, and I feel like the hype from that would drive more people to play the game longer, which is kind of the point of title updates, right? So yeah, drop in the comments down below what kind of stuff you want to see for Monster Hunter 6's potential title updates. I know it's not even out yet, we don't even know what it looks like bro, can you chill out? Yeah, I'm kind of going into the future a little bit, and we'll probably have this discussion again once the game is out and we've all played it, and you know, we gotta look at what we're actually playing. But I just want to hear these early speculation thoughts from the community when it comes to this. Some of you may have noticed that I have not talked about the Master Rank expansion title updates at all yet, because, well, we're getting a new base game, right? Like Monster Hunter 6 is going to be a new base game, it won't have Master Rank, right? So why would I talk about the Master Rank stuff, right? That being Iceborne and Sunbreak. Why would I talk about Master Rank content and try to compare it to base game stuff, right? So yeah, that's the reason why I didn't talk too much about Iceborne's title updates and or Sunbreak's title updates. That'll probably be a video for the future, after, you know, Monster Hunter 6 is out and it's done its thing and all the updates are here. We'll probably come back here again, have that discussion, and ask, what do you want to see in a potential Master Rank version of Monster Hunter 6. So yeah, that's the reason why I haven't brought up Iceborne title update stuff or Sunbreak title update stuff. Why? It's just not time for that yet. You know, we're comparing base games to base games, and we will compare Master Rank expansions to Master Rank expansions when it comes time. All right, so yeah, this video is already like super future sight, you know, super speculative, way ahead of its time. But hey, I just wanted to, you know, organize my thoughts, put it out there, and I want to hear from you guys, man. I want to, you know, have good conversations in the comment sections like we always do. So yeah, head to that comment section, type it out, type out, you know, stuff you want to see in a potential Monster Hunter 6 title updates. Let me see what you got, right? In a previous video, I did mention that I'd like to see Yukanlos and the Cantor be a title update for Monster Hunter 6. I'd be cool if they were in the base game too, like just in the game. But you know, I think those two would make for a great title update because they're big end game monsters, you know, from the past, you know, from Generation 4 and older. Bring them back, spend some extra time on it, make the hunts extra extravagant and so much of a spectacle, and you bring them back in a title update to bring the hype, to bring the, oh yeah, the game's getting updated, let's go, we got new monsters, you know? So yeah, that's the purpose of making this video. We're not talking about Master Rank right now because hey, we're getting a new base game. We're gonna get low rank, we're gonna get high rank. So yeah, hit the comment section. I'll reply to each and every comment that hits this video. And as always, people, happy hunting. Peace.